Thank you for checking out this little teaser of the history of the papacy and church. Here's a little taste of what's coming up soon on the History of the Papacy podcast. It's very difficult for the church to enforce the rules exactly and strictly, because as much as you might have the Pope lay down a certain set of rules and canons in Rome, and that's kind of what the Catholic Church sells it as, is that we have a Pope, we have a central authority that makes centralized decisions, but it's really how it's enforced on the ground. And the Pope doesn't necessarily have many mechanisms to leapfrog over the local bishop, who would be the one who would have to put that priest into trouble. And I mean, honestly, it's such a big organization, it would be very difficult for a pope to know and then get involved. And I think that's how a lot of the problems that the Catholic Church had throughout the 20th century and into the 60s, the 70s, and even into the modern age, is that as much as it is hierarchical, there's a lot of places for people to hide in that big of an organization. And that really comes into how we can see a lot of connections between the papacy, the Catholic Church, and the mafia. And you brought up the question, what should the Catholic Church have done with the mafia during the golden age of the mafia? And what should they do now with the mafia in Italy and the United States?